guys, welcome back. In this video we are looking at Santa Monica by Everclear. Very fun song to play, and one that I use quite a bit with some beginner students to learn power chords once they're figuring out how to shift them around comfortably. So I was using 3-finger, 3-string power chord in the intro, but you can use 2 fingers. You see people play them a lot of different ways. If I use a 3-string chord, a power chord, I'm always using fingers 1, 3, and 4. You will see a lot of people use a bar with the ring finger or with the pinky. If that works for you and it's comfortable, then go for it. I like to think a little bit more specifically and avoid bars when possible, but you know, sometimes they can make sense, and it also depends on our individual hands. Point being, if you're fairly new to power chords, then you can just use the 2-finger, 2-string power chords, because the pinky might give you a little bit of an issue, or you might not know how you want to play it yet, or maybe it's the next step for you. If you're already familiar with it, then you can thicken up the sound and add that 3rd string. All right, so there's a nice little kind of box pattern that we're moving around here with these power chords. We have, these are all going to be the same. I'll point it out as 3-string chords, but if you're going to use 2 fingers, just eliminate the pinky from every single chord, okay? So G5 is going to be on string 6 fret 3, string 5 fret 5, string 4 fret 5. Alright, and also on that string set we're going to have A5, so I take that exact same fingering, go up 2 frets, I'm up 5, 7, 7. This is also a good opportunity to learn some notes on string 6 and string 5 if you haven't done that. You know, so learning the root and then apply the power chord shape G5, root A, A5 power chord. And then on string set 5, 4, and 3, same chord shape there. I've got my index on string 5 fret 3. This is for C5, string 4 fret 5, and string 3 fret 5. C5 there. Go up 2 frets, and I'm going to be at D5, and up 2 more frets, and I'm going to be at E5 there. So that's all the chords you need for this. There's one other little, well, 2 other little things that I'll mention as we're going through, but that is like 99.9% of the song right there. So the main riff that you hear at the beginning, all I'm doing is lifting my index finger off of the 6th string with the G5 chord, right? G5, and then I just lift it off, and I'm catching that open 6th string. And if you happen to hit the 5th string as well, it's going to be okay, but I like to define it a little bit more just by hitting that open 6. So you may want to try and give that a chord name. It would be like an E minor 7, or you know, if we think about playing string 6 open and string 5 fret 5, but that's inconsequential. It's just lifting the finger, catching the open string. That happens a lot on guitar. And then at the end of the intro, and I believe at the end of the verse at certain points, there's a full G major bar chord. You could just play the G5 chord though. You know, you don't have to play, if you're not familiar with bar chords, then just play G5. It's going to be just fine. Or you could play an open G chord. Works just as well. If you do want to use the bar, that's going to be from string 6 to 1, fret 3, fret 5, fret 5, fret 4, fret 3, fret 3. G major. Okay? Alright, so that riff is down on the G5 chord twice, and then I'm going to relax my fingers so those strings stop ringing, and I'm muting everything, and I'm going to aim for these strings right here and just rake them, get a muted rake, down, up, and then raking, when you play power chords, don't over curl your index finger like that. I don't know if you can see that. It's not a great angle. You know, if you're over curling it and not letting it lay down, like, let's see if I can get a better angle, like that. You see how it's laying kind of flat there? Then I can naturally mute all the other strings that I'm not wanting to hear or accidentally strike. If you let that index finger sit up on the tip, then that makes it really difficult to play power chords because the hand is tense. Start pushing your wrist out, and it's just bad for business. So, if that is a new concept to you, try to implement it here. So you just relax the hand, let the strings just kind of lift you up, and everything's going to be muted there. And just play down, up on. Just aim for the same strings as your power chord, and then you're going to be right back into the G chord. So again, G, 5, rake, G, E, G, and then either G5 chord, G bar chord, or open G at the end there. Okay? For the verse, it's going to be that riff several times. We jump to D5, which have the 5th and 7th frets, and that strum pattern, that rhythm stays the same. He doesn't always rake, but it's a good thing to implement if you're just learning it in between chord strumming. So D, rake, D, E, C, C, A, G. And then that'll either go back into that riff or just holding the chord depending on what part of the song it's at. So the whole verse section, each time it comes around, is going to be the riff. I'm going to play this a little faster. And then the line that we just played with the D to E to C to A to G, that happens twice the second time around. So I'll show you what I mean. I'm repeating all of that. Now I'm going to repeat that line. Sorry, I messed up a couple of those chords. So I played through the riff with the G and the open E string, and then that line, I went back and repeated everything, G riff, those power chords again, and then I repeated those power chords, the D, to let your hand, or teach your hand to hold that shape. Don't let your fingers close up as you move, and as much as you can, just ride along those strings, just ride along the track so you don't end up lifting and jumping off of the strings and back down. It's going to lead to a lot of inaccuracies. Okay, chorus. Starts on C, same pattern. Sorry, I started on D. C, just watch my hands. I'll do it, medium tempo, just so you can hear. I'll call out when we're repeating the form of the chorus, okay? Because it's really the same thing twice for the most part. That's pretty much it, guys. Trying to think if there's any other comments I want to make. Remember, let that index finger lay flat. Decide whether you want to use 2 fingers or 3 fingers on the power chords. Stay very close to the strings as you relax and shift from one to the other. Get the individual chunks down and then start to put it into the song form. I believe the song form is, of course, you got your intro, and then you've got straight through the verse the way that we're playing it. Chorus, verse again, chorus, and I believe that then it's just the chorus out after that. Just keeps looping the chorus over and over until the end of the song. Learn those root notes of the chords on strings 6 and 5. Super helpful information that will carry over into everything that you do. Try to take as much as you can out of each tune, even if this is a simple one for you. Always try to group that information together and go, okay, what is something that I could take away from this, or I did take away, so the next time you run into it or you're having to utilize that information, you can access it easier. I can't think of anything else. I think that's it. All the strumming is down except for the rakes. Right? The rakes are down, up. All the power chords down, all the way through. Have fun with that one, guys. Let me know if you have any questions. See you in the next video. Thanks.